always, for me, it's what activates my drive is hanging out with big time people, getting exposed to possibility. Because we can only think. We all have these like lids. Somebody said this one time. We all have these lids on our brain of how far we can think. And the more we think, the more we force the lid up, and the lid gets higher and higher and higher and higher. Well, you're only able to think as high as your own lid or your own previous experiences, what you view as your actual limitations, etc. But when I get around big time people, my lid starts to raise because I'm like, oh crap. Like I was literally talking to somebody on Sunday night about this big U.S. thing we're talking about doing that I haven't rolled out yet.
Yeah. It's exciting.
The Road to 8%, right? Where we go to a lot of states between now and next July. Which, if you're watching this and you made it this far, this is a surprise that you're just hearing about. Okay, so that's why you watch. But because of that, like I was around someone that is extremely wealthy, that previously exited and owned a $62 million annual revenue company, that said, why don't you do a roadshow and get out and see the U.S. and get people excited and a part of the mission, and then push them to 8%. And I'm like, oh, that's good, right? And now 48 hours later or less, technically, it's all already planned, just not released yet. So that always did it for me. What were some of those things that happened on that trip that really got your attention when you look back?
I mean, just seeing these guys and gals that had been with the company for a little bit longer than I had, and the success levels that they had reached, and seeing like if they can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
And then also just having this type of interaction with those people, because it makes it real. If you see their name on a standings or on the chart, or if you're watching this on YouTube, it's different than being in person and being around those people. That's why earlier I made the comment about not necessarily tuning in for the live stream, going to the event and getting around these people, because it makes it more real and tangible. And that's what that trip, that convention did for me, was get me around a lot more of these people, and just made it real to me. Like, I can do this, and I'm never going to miss one of these again.
Yeah. And you got in the room,
That's right.
I don't know if you want to talk about this yet, but you got there. You also, while you were there, bought 2 fire tickets for 2022.
That's right.
So you're up front.
Yep.
But there's only one of you. So who'd you buy the other one for?
So this is a surprise. He will learn about this on the YouTube viewing of this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he does not know this yet.
Whoa!
But little things become big things. So I want to preface it with that.
Yeah.
Little things become big things. And the reason why I'm sitting here today, the reason why we've had the discussions we've had, the reason why I was at 8% is specifically because of one person who did probably what he thought is a very small thing in tagging me on a post to help someone in Iowa. He was a part of Justin Brock's Medicare Gurus group, and he tagged me in a post that I was able to help this individual with a policy in Iowa.
Wow. And
that group led me to talk to Landon, which led me to an introduction to you, which ultimately led it to coming to 8%.
Wow.
So at 8% in Dallas a couple weeks ago, he was sitting right on the left-hand side of me. My cousin Max was sitting on the right-hand side of me. We had a phenomenal weekend. The speakers were great. The interaction and the fellowship of being together all weekend was just great. And I made sure to make a point in telling him, and now he knows, Chris Bell will be coming with me to the next 8% next year, and he will have a fire ticket, because I wanted to show my appreciation for introducing me to this group and giving me the opportunity to attend. Because no matter how long you've been in this business, whether it's 1 year, 5 years, or 13 years, you can take something from an event like this and it can recharge you. And I feel like it has recharged me as well and made me want to think bigger. I already think big, but now I want to think even bigger and just help this company get to the next level. And so, Chris Bell, you will have a fire ticket to next year's 8%.
Boom. I'm getting goosebumps. That's awesome. That's really cool to release that right now, right? You guys are all learning at the same time as Chris is. How cool is that?
That's right. That's right.
Chris Bell, he's up in Des Moines?
He's out of Kansas City.
Kansas City.
He's out of Kansas City.
Great.
He works out of our Independence office.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yep.
Good for you, Chris.
Great guy.
I love it, man. I'm going to see a lot of you again then. That's
right.
That's exciting, man. That's cool.
That's right. We're going to have a whole group there.
Yeah.
So it's not just going to be Chris and myself. We're going to have a bunch of agents there.
Thank you. Thank you for that commitment. I appreciate that.
Yep.
You have a big heart, as we just saw. To do that was really special and cool. Who do you get that from?
I mean, I think part of it's how you're raised. You know,
sure.
I have good family that instill values very early on. But also, I mean, I had a lot of people who are not family who helped me out over the years, and they didn't have to do that.
Right.
And they did. So to me, it wouldn't even be right to not give back and not, you know, provide some opportunities for other individuals when so much has been provided to me.
Yes.
And, you know, a lot of people have given their time and their knowledge to me that, you know, they didn't gain anything financially from it.
Yes.
They were just giving of their time because they wanted to see this young guy that was new to the business do well. So this is one of the ways that I give back. And
cool.
And I enjoy it. And,
Yeah.
you know, you can never give too much either. The thing is, the more you give, the more that comes back around. So
Yes. So true. My wife always says good things happen to good people, you know,
That's right.
and I owe a lot of credit to my parents for the way they raised me, for sure. Then it's just our job to not screw it up later, you
That's
know,
right.
and keep fulfilling and living on that legacy, right?
stay in check, stay
Yes.
grounded.
Yes.
And just keep chugging along and keep helping people.
Yep.
And you never know that person that works with you that maybe is brand new right now, you never know how that person is going to help someone else and then what's going to spawn off from that.
Yes. Yeah, you really don't know. It is kind of crazy because you look back and I bet in your first couple years, the people that were around you back then didn't see the Cody Crumes today
Right.
becoming the Cody Crumes today.
Right.
Right. Did you?
I think I did. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I could see the future in terms of what I wanted to become. And I knew it could, I believed that it could happen.
Did you realize it'd be this good this quick?
No.
It's not really been quick.
No.
However, you're still, in your late 30s.
Right. No, I mean, it'd be hard to say like,
Yeah.
oh, it's going to be this good in this amount of time. Did I think it would get there eventually? Absolutely.
Yes.
I always believe that. But I think it's in direct proportion to what I've put into it.
Yes.
And what people around me have put into it. Because you don't get anywhere by yourself.
No.
It takes a team.
You've seen that today.
Absolutely. Seen the whole operation. And it takes a team.
Yeah.
That's the only way that that anyone can get to the levels of what you've got going on, the levels of what I've got going
Exactly.
on. It takes a lot of good people around you.
Yeah, it does.
So I owe a huge credit to all of those people who have helped and who continue to help.
Yeah, anytime we're able to think or give back or do something special for the team, we try to because it's we couldn't do it without them. You know, that's how important that is. Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're going to love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there.
My favorite interview is probably Kobe, because we have a relationship and we have a connection together from what era he comes. It would probably be Kobe. Then probably a couple of these mob stuff that I do and some of these military.